Hello Taurus, so I'm doing your weekly reading for November the 27th to December the 4th. I'm going to take a look into what is going on with your situation. We'll find out why it's happening. We'll take a look at your blind spot, figure out anything that is working for you at this time. And of course, we'll find out how it is all likely going to be playing out. Nice. So you've got the butterfly and the snowdrop, and this one is hope. So the snowdrops, usually one of the first plants to come out, like really early. Because they come out of the ground so early after the winter, they are the classic example of hope. Right? They serve as a very valuable reminder that spring follows the winter, which means the hard times, they cannot and they will not last forever, because everything keeps moving, everything's on a cycle, life keeps going on, the planet keeps moving. Okay, the planet that we're on is very cyclical. Us as people, we are also very cyclical as well. So yeah, it serves as a tangible reminder that the hard times, they cannot and they will not go on forever. It's that classic saying of this too shall pass, right? If you think of the Wheel of Fortune, when you're at the top, it keeps you humble because this too shall pass. The wheel turns, you find yourself back on the bottom, and when you are at the bottom, it keeps you hopeful because this too shall pass. The wheel turns again, you find yourself back at the top, and it just keeps going on and on and on. So it's the cyclical nature of everyone and everything. With this indicating, like, Taurus, your hard times, they are coming to an end, right? That there is hope here in this situation. And with it being the butterfly, again, the butterfly, it has to go through a very intense transformation in order to become the butterfly, right? You all know about the process that it has to go through. It becomes this pulp. It doesn't even resemble anything that's still alive when it's going through that process. And even then, when it has finally managed to break through out of the cocoon, it still needs to wait. It still needs to be patient and give its wings time to dry out before it can take flight. Right? So there's a whole ass process here that's going on. And this is saying, Taurus, you do need to be patient and be patient throughout this difficult process that you're going through. There is hope here, okay? This energy, that this moment, these difficulties, they're not going to last forever. And the result that you get at the end of all of this is going to be absolutely beautiful, just like that beautiful butterfly. At the bottom of the deck, interesting how you got two pollinators that are coming out as your strongest energies. Two very powerful pollinators at that. So there's a much bigger purpose behind the process that you're going through that might not be immediately obvious right now. The bee and the pomegranate, productivity. So pomegranates, as is often seen in the High Priestess card, they are symbols of health, good health, wellness, well-being. They're symbols of opulence and abundance, prosperity. Again, powerful symbols of the sheer amount of growth that you have been experiencing, okay? It's enjoying being at good levels of health once again. Productivity, the busy bee, right? Keeping yourself busy. As long as you're not doing that to keep yourself distracted, or so that you don't have to look at anything painful that you don't want to look at, then as long as you're doing that in a healthy way, then you're golden, right? I'm going to take a closer look at that productivity energy, because I do feel that this week is going to be quite a full-on busy week for you guys. Multitasking here also, but doing so effectively and efficiently. So you know how sometimes when we start multitasking, it kind of feels a bit pointless because then nothing gets completed, because there's that much going on. You're spreading yourself out too thin. Do you know what I mean? There's like a lot of energy going out to lots of different places, and so nothing ever really gets complete usually when you're heavily busy and multitasking. This energy is quite different because it's multitasking but getting stuff finished, getting stuff complete, and feeling really, really accomplished because of that. Okay. There's also a message here about community, which could indicate you working within a group of people, or just simply a lot of people are wanting your attention this week. Right, so let's take a closer look at that. What's this message about? Productivity for Taurus. Some of you guys are dealing with a Capricorn, or you've got strong Capricorn placements in your own chart. I don't know why that's coming through. It could just be that you're focused on work, or you're dedicated on your work right now. Very sort of not single-minded in a negative way, but you know, just like hyper-focused on your work. Maybe that's where the Capricorn influence is coming from. Right, so the Five of Wands. Trials of strength. Yes, feeling like you're being pushed to your limits, but by the same token, not breaking under pressure. Okay, because it is trials of strength. It can indicate you coming out on top because it's to clarify productivity. So yeah, it all ties in with everything that I've already told you. You tell us more about this productivity for Taurus, please. Yeah, it definitely feels like there's a lot that's going on. The Six of Cups. Okay, so a challenging issue that's cropping up here, to do with your past or to do with your family. Okay, maybe you having to support family or family members on these difficult, challenging times. Okay, because again, the Five of Wands, it can be it can sometimes be an aggressive energy, but I'm feeling for you it's pressure, right? You taking on like some sort of caregiver role here, again, because like pomegranate's health, right? And that being a bit of a struggle for you, that being quite a challenge. So yeah, I'm surprised that the Ten of Wands hasn't come out, because I do feel that heavy Ten of Wands type energy. This indicates that you're taking it all in your stride. In spite of how difficult this is, you are still taking it all in your stride. Right, was this hope for Taurus, please? Whoa, okay. The Hermit. So that's a message about being quietly confident. It's saying, okay, externally the situation doesn't look great, but I'm quietly confident that, you know what, everything's gonna pan out, everything's gonna work out really, really well. Yeah, you've got another card of community here, the Three of Pentacles. Teamwork, people clubbing together to help you out here, Taurus. Support. I do feel that there is support that's coming through for you. Could be from another earth sign, Virgo specifically, but again, it doesn't have to be. But this is it's showing me here strength in numbers through difficult times, right? Certain individuals, they definitely do have your back here. Was this Hermit for Taurus? Okay, yeah, the Six of Wands, the card of victory, the Lord of Victory with the Six of Wands. Gratefulness. I definitely feel that a certain person or persons demonstrating their gratitude towards you, again, because of this responsibility here that you're taking on, this difficult situation. Someone is very, very grateful for you, Taurus, and they're going to be letting you know exactly how grateful they are for you, because again, this situation, it's triggered deep soul searching within you, but it's also triggered this intense introspection within another individual, okay? Because again, like Three of Pentacles, there are multiple people who have been affected by this situation that's going on over here, right? Okay, so the strongest message here, Taurus, you are not going to be abandoned in your hour of need. There is recognition and gratefulness that is being shown towards you, okay? Why is this happening? The otter and the cattail, peace. Right. I'm kind of getting the message that this is peaceful acceptance of whatever may happen next, okay? Because when you consider the otter, they are very carefree creatures. They move through the water in a very fluid motion. They are known for being very protective and loving, right? Excellent parents, basically. Very peaceful, very fun-loving, right? So it's being focused on a positive outcome. It's trying to remain positive and accepting. I feel with this combination that you're being told, Taurus, everything is okay. It's gonna be okay. I need to get more information on this one. Can you tell us more about this peace energy for Taurus, for why this is happening? Whoa, peaceful acceptance. I mean, there's a lot, right? You would have seen that there, how all the cards just came out, because there's a lot that's being put on your plate right now. You've got the World that's come out squiffy. So a cycle is not yet complete. Something is not yet over. We don't know what that is right now. I'm hoping we're going to see it here, and if we don't, then I'm going to clarify it further. You got the Knight of Wands, the Ten of Cups, Knight of Swords, Four of Swords, Ten of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay, there's definitely radical acceptance. That's why it's peace. Radical acceptance that fills you with a sense of peace, because there's a sense of inevitability with that Ten of Swords, right? Sometimes it can be like betrayal and being stabbed in the back. For your energy, though, I'm feeling that this is more inevitability, right? And how you're no longer holding on to anything that doesn't serve you anymore, okay? Because of that radical acceptance. This combination here, the Knight of Wands with the Ten of Cups. So there's a new sense of freedom that's coming in here, right? Long-term situation could be, again, family situation, but this is freedom and exploration, and also excitement for the future and the future potential within your family, or maybe you're wanting to start building a family. Okay, again, just take it as it resonates, but there is a sense of, okay, once we complete this difficult cycle, once we tie off the loose ends to everything, then we're going to be able to move forward in a very positive and optimistic manner, where it's going to be beneficial for our Ten of Cups, so for our family, or for our sense of achievement and accomplishment and sense of peace and belonging, right? Again, whatever area of your life this situation is affecting, that's what your Ten of Cups is going to be relevant to. The Knight of Swords with the Four of Swords is kind of like it's saying, think before you speak. Perhaps someone around you is being careless here with their words. Perhaps they're needing to learn how to control their temper. They're needing to learn to not say the quiet parts out loud, right? So it is possible, Taurus, that you might see the how do I put it, the short-tempered nature of a certain individual, right? Someone might be taking out their frustrations out on you. If this is role reversal, and if this is you doing this to others, maybe without even realizing that that's what's going on, then it's just drawing your attention to it. Okay, this is all about thinking about what is being said before the words actually come out. Okay, I do get the distinct impression, Taurus, that there's someone around you who just does tend to speak without thinking and can be quite insulting, or they come across as being incredibly selfish, because not just because of what they say, but also how they say it as well. So I'm seeing you being incredibly patient with this individual. Certainly giving them a bit more leeway than most other people would be giving them. But again, it just demonstrates your own good nature here. But yeah, I do feel that there is a bit of a lesson that's coming through here for someone about them learning the importance of thinking before they speak. Okay, and how their words can be hurtful towards you or towards others. Or again, role reversal. Okay, again, just take it as it resonates, because it is a general reading. Not all Turians are going to be experiencing the exact same thing, right? So you've got to use your own discernment, basically. What's going on in your blind spot? The goat and the willow. So there's that Capricorn element. Overcoming obstacles, yeah. The goats. So yeah, they do tend to navigate certain terrain that is going to be absolutely impossible for humans and indeed other creatures to navigate. They just have this really incredible ability to balance, to jump, to navigate. Like, it's insane. I've not really had much of a chance to observe goats so much in real life, but certainly on like videos and stuff, and the shit that they get up to is incredible. It's like, how the hell are they on that sheer side of the cliff? And they're nonplussed about it. It's like, how did they get there? How the hell are they going to get down from there? Who knows? I guess only the goat knows, right? But yeah, there's a really powerful metaphor there, Taurus, for even though your current situation might feel, look, and seem impossible, you are going to be able to navigate this week, as difficult as it is, with a lot of ease, a lot of grace, very admirably, I would say. Definitely very admirably. And the willow, that bends in the wind because it's very, very flexible, right? That's why we tend to make fences, like weaved fences and weaved baskets out of it, because it's so flexible. It's very hard wearing as well. It literally bends in the wind. So again, another powerful metaphor, Taurus. Please don't underestimate your own abilities this week, because what you're doing is fucking incredible, and it's high time you started really appreciating yourself for the incredibly strong, resilient, adaptable, flexible individual, powerful individual that You genuinely are, okay? Overcoming obstacles. It says right there on the card, okay? And it's in your blind spot, so you could be sitting there going, how the fuck am I going to get out of this? Or how the fuck am I going to, like, navigate this situation? Like, I've never known anything like it. It's just been incredibly hard, incredibly difficult. I can't see any way through this situation. But you know what? You just do. That's literally this goat and the willow energy. It's like, you just do. What else for Taurus's blind spot, please? Taurus's blind spot for November 27th to December the 4th. For Taurus's blind spot. Oh. The Hierophant, your major arcana, with the Ace of Swords. They're telling me to take this top one as well, the Chariot. Yeah. You managing to take full control of the situation. You standing tall and strong in your own element here with the Hierophant. Okay. Breakthrough. A challenge, yes, because it's the Ace of Swords. But it's also a breakthrough. You cutting through the problems with ease. And the Chariot, willpower. You're driven to succeed, Taurus. That's where you're pulling your power from. You're pulling your power from your drive to succeed. And here's the thing. The Chariot, that's a card of success. It's a card of success. You're working with the energies rather than working against them. Okay. What's working for you at this time? You have the Ladybug and the Sweet Pea with happiness. Happier times are right around the corner for you, Taurus. They do say the ladybugs or the ladybirds, if you're in the UK, it's a ladybird. Very fortuitous, very, very lucky, right? Very lucky, because it indicates that whenever you see ladybirds, it means that that environment, the ecology within that environment, it's in balance, it's in harmony, right? So when you're speaking energetically, it means that everything is being pulled back into balance for you, and therefore harmony and peace is going to be restored. Okay? You've got good luck, good fortune and happiness that's working for you. What else for Taurus, for what's working for Taurus, please? The Devil, Capricorn energy, and the Ten of Pentacles. For what's working for you. Gonna need another card for that Devil, because I've got to find out the intention behind that one. What's the intention here behind this Devil energy, and how is it working for Taurus, please? What's the intention behind the Devil? Okay, how is it working for Taurus? You're dealing with shit. You're dealing with shit. Eight of Swords off center. For how is this working for you? Because the Devil energy, that can be toxins, it's everything that is unhealthy, okay? It's negative thinking, it's obsessive thinking, it can even indicate someone's trauma, and it came out with the Ten of Pentacles. That's why I was asking. And the Three of Pentacles. So there's family trauma here, right? That is being brought to the surface so that it can be dealt with. Eight of Swords off center. So that it's no longer hidden, right? Because when this devil energy is kept hidden, it kind of gives it permission to continue. Yeah. However, when it's brought into the spotlight and everybody can see it for what it is, it can then be dealt with. And it takes away the power, right? The devil doesn't have any power of its own. The power that it has is the power that we give it, right? Whatever this is about. When it's ignored, it can thrive, it can grow, and it can get worse and worse and worse and worse. And the fact that it came out with the Ten of Pentacles indicates that there is unhealthy energies here within a family or within a home. I feel that this is like generational trauma, family trauma, because again, Three of Pentacles, multiple people affected, multiple people involved, right? It's all coming out. It's all being given the spotlight. For as difficult as that is, at least now it can be dealt with, and it is being dealt with, and that's why it's working for you. So that's a positive. That's not a negative, that's a positive. Because those old cycles, those old traumas are being worked through. They're no longer being ignored. And that is so incredibly beautiful and positive. Hard, yes. But it's the same as that butterfly energy. When you consider again the process that butterfly has to go through, it's difficult. That butterfly will never, ever, ever be able to revert back into being the caterpillar. It's forever changed. In fact, it's now technically a different animal altogether, because it's gone through that much of a profound change, right? That's a good thing. How this is likely going to play out, the squirrel and the chestnut in preparation. Preparing for the winter, right? Making the necessary preparations, taking the necessary precautions. All of your work paying off. And I feel like this has been a journey of that has been very, very personal to you. I don't feel like this is about career or anything like that, or finances. I don't feel like it's anything to do with that at all. I feel that this is more to do with that personal journey that an individual takes, that by the end of it, they no longer recognize themselves, but it's a very good thing. What's this message about preparation and precautions for Taurus? What's this message? The Queen of Wands. And that one's come out ever so slightly squiffy. So the energy's off balance, basically. Doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, Queen of Wands energy belongs to everyone, right? And I'm reading that energy as you're going from someone who used to chase to someone who has learnt that they don't have to chase. And it could be to do with approval, permission, vindication, right? because you're able to give all of those things to yourself now. Yeah, the Eight of Swords. And you again, you can see how that card is coming out. This is slightly off center. You're no longer carrying trauma that doesn't belong to you. We've got a cycle breaker in this reading. 100% there's a cycle breaker in this reading. And the thing is, the cycle, the unhealthy dynamics or the unhealthy cycle would never have been given the light of day had this situation over here never have happened. That was the catalyst that revealed the darkness that was being hidden within. So the Nine of Swords. Anxieties. Finally being able to name your stresses, name your anxieties, able to articulate it. Right there. And then the Three of Cups, getting the help and support that you're in need of. We've got you finalizing quite a lot of things here with this preparation and these two cards. You have a healing message for Taurus, please. At the end of this process, Taurus, you're going to feel genuinely confident within yourself without feeling like you're faking it. Careful not to get trapped between the two extremes. Find the middle ground. Extremes, compromise and neutral. And you would have noticed that that card came out in the reverse. Okay, so reverse, that's like feeling lost, indecisive, not really sure how you're going to approach this situation. Careful that you don't get trapped between two extremes, binding the middle ground. I want to say with this one, it's difficult. It's really difficult because it's like, how are you supposed to be able to take a step back and not be so involved with a situation that does involve you? You're a celebration at the bottom of the road. I feel like there is a compromise here that is being reached without you ending up having to compromise yourself, if that makes any sense at all. It's because of that celebration there. This is a great time in your life. Things are progressing with grace and ease as never before. Triumph parties and fun times. Which again is a promise that things are not going to be difficult like this forever. There is a solution, and the solution is coming your way. Oh. Look past what you feel are your incapabilities. Instead, focus on everything that you have achieved so far. It is okay to acknowledge your weaknesses, but keep in mind that they do not define you. Your strength and your beautiful soul are clear for all to see. Yeah. And it's time It's time to hit the reset button. Clear out the old so that room is available for the new to enter. Trust that things are coming fast. Prepare to move to the next phase of your life. This is your rebirth. So that's why it feels so friggin' intense then. Welcome this beautiful brand new energy. You've got this. Right, so this difficult situation is part and parcel of your rebirth. And the whole point is you've to burn away, metaphorically burn away, everything that doesn't serve you anymore. Right, it is not the shit that we face that defines us, but it's how we deal with it. Handle every shit that comes your way with grace and let that shit slide down your back. And yes, it might feel wet, slimy and gross, but with no shit, there'd be no growth. Yeah, and I always say you can always go wash it off after, right? It's kind of like you're having to put up with a lot of bullshit here at the moment, Taurus, and apparently there are reasons behind why that is. Learn to put your emotional baggage where it'll do some good instead of using it to shit on other people. So again, you can apply role reversal to this, okay? Are you being expected to take on someone else's emotional bullshit that you're needing to give back to them because it's not yours, it doesn't belong with you? Or are you accidentally and subconsciously taking out your emotional baggage on, are you taking that out on other innocent people, right? Only you're going to know how that one applies specifically for you, right? Because again, my job as a reader is to give you all of the angles and you can figure out how it sits with you, okay? Because you know how it goes sometimes, right? When we're having a bit of a rough day, we can accidentally take our temper out on innocent people who have got nothing at all to do with why we're upset in the first place, right? It's that sort of energy. So just be mindful of that, and definitely do be mindful in case other people are doing that to you, okay? But yeah, that is what I have for you guys today. I genuinely hope that reading has been helpful. For personal readings with me, my website is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that is in my description box below. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.